We have been done 6 days of training with them. They're there and they're available for use should they be required, and would they be authorised?
You've done 6 days of training since they were bought at a cost of over £300,000.
We've done 6 training days in 2015 for water cannon at Gravesend.
Right, that's a bit pathetic, isn't it, really?
So, no, it's relative to other specialist equipment, that's about normal.
But these are unusable on the streets of London. You're training people to...
It's your opinion, Jenny.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Jenny, answer her questions. And Tony, you can come in if you like. Jenny.
When are you going to decide they're obsolete? Because they must be. That was one of the Home Secretary's concerns, that they're actually coming to the end of their useful life.
SCAML have now been invited by the Home Secretary to look at those. Remember the 67 mechanical issues and the debate around that. So SCAML have been invited by the Home Secretary to look at that following the debate earlier in the summer. And the Home Secretary wrote to Chief Constable David Shaw, who's the MPCC lead, on the 15th of January, granting approval for SCAML to access the MPS changes in relation to the 67 outstanding issues. We have that capability available. We train with it. If we end up going back to Northern Ireland, as we did 2 summers ago, we will be using officers alongside water cannon.
So have Northern Ireland officers come over here and been trained?
Yes.
Is that the 6 days of training?
I don't know which days.
Northern Ireland officers have come over
and trained alongside Met officers. It enables the Met to fulfil their duties under the strategic policing requirement, and you know, no plans to do anything other than continue to train on these equipment.
So they've actually come over to work to train on those 3 water cannon that are
That's
nearing,
when I
nearing,
led to believe.
Nearing their sell-by date or expiry date.
Well, they're not.
But that was one of the Home Secretary's decisions.
There are 67 recommendations. All of those, every single one of them has been addressed. We're going over old ground. You're not raising anything of any relevance to this, other than the fact that the Home Secretary, with regret, the case is that the Home Secretary has not authorised the use in London, that nevertheless we can continue to train on them.
Goodness me. The German police have actually said that one of the reasons they sold them was because the driver couldn't see down through the window properly, and they were actually concerned about them running people over.
I've not heard that one at all, but...
Really? Wow. OK. Now, is it still the case that a resale would be at absolutely no cost?
And that certainly wasn't one of the 67 issues that were raised. It was whether the sticker was in the right place or whether this, that and the other. None of those. There's no fundamental reason why these can't be deployed.
Apart from the fact they're not legal.
Well, apart from that, they haven't been authorised by the Home Secretary.
Is it still the case that reselling them would be at absolutely no cost to the taxpayer, that you could recoup the money you've spent on them?
I've not put them on the market.
Because that was one of the promises, that was made.
I mean, you know from the value of this equipment and from the value of things new, they are always going to have a residual value. So
have you looked around for a buyer at all?
We've not marketed them at all. They are here, they are available. They are not authorised for use on the UK mainland, on the England.
As things stand, the water cannon aren't going anywhere. They're not going to be sold. They're being trained on.
Just going to quietly rot. What about... so how many Met officers have so far been trained on these machines?
I don't have that number at all. I'll find it for you.
That would be good, because... and do you think you still need 3 machines for the training, given that you've only had 6 days out of 365 last year?
If they ever were authorised and available for use, you need more than 1.
1 machine, yes, I understand that. How many Met officers have been trained on them so far?
I haven't got that data here.
Right. And it seems to me that you're hanging on to them. They are slowly depreciating, and it's costing the taxpayer quite a lot of money. I would have thought you, Mr Greenhalgh, would have been the first to see that they are creating a huge loss, and you should get rid of them.
No, they're not. They were acquired. We've had this debate before. This is almost like Groundhog Day. We're just going over the same ground. It's really tiresome.
No,
we bought these
later,
at a substantial
and you might have come to your senses.
These at a substantial discount. They continue to be trained on. They are there in the
6
event
days.
of extreme violence and disorder, and we hope they'll never be seen on the streets of London, but it's for a matter for the Home Secretary's conscience. If they become operationally an option, they are there.
I think it's a matter for
And
your
it's quite
conscience that
simple,
you've wasted
quite simple.
£300,000
No, I mean-
of taxpayers' money. Not to
was-
mention the fact they're still costing us money because you have to keep them maintained.
Tony.